executive session. All right, Ed?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to authorize Mayor Vargas to execute a settlement agreement for the Bizios lawsuit.
Okay, second motion and a second. All those in favor? Opposed?
Do we need some details there or not?
You just authorized me
That's one.
Yes, okay.
to. Huh?
I just want to make sure we're not, do we need to see the details in the meeting? This is just for him to pursue it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did exactly what
Which one
Andy
are
said.
you? Are you?
No, I'm in the first one.
Okay, he's in the affirmative. Okay, all right. Council and staff comments, other than you already took your victory lap on gas and precinct.
Did I mention that we have a new precinct?
Yes, okay.
10:45?
Close.
Yes, so we now have a precinct. That's great. That's absolutely great.
Linda Sander had a good point earlier. Are we all going to get new voter registration
You will
cards?
get new voter
with
registration.
Cool.
Cool.
And this actually takes effect, it's going to Commissioner's Court in March, so it will be in effect for the May election.
And we'll have new cards enforced by
We'll
then,
have
or
new cards.
they'll
And
automatic?
if for some reason you don't, you still just show your voter ID, it's all gonna be in the system. in the
Still
program.
Jane.
So you're still.
Still Jane and Sue.
Yeah, you're good. If we have an election here with opposed candidates, then you'll vote for school board and any other ballot measures here. If we don't have opposed candidates and we can cancel our election, then it's business as usual. It's what you're used to doing. You go to Oak Point or the Little Elm City Hall or library and vote there.
See, for every year that I've been here, there's a joint election. The Denton County has the election machines. They have like 165 of them. They get all the elections, that way cities then can participate cheaply because they have all the machines. What they do is they then parse out the machines, except for Lakewood Village. Every city but one could get a voting machine. We were not allowed. We were always told that we would have to go to Oak Point or Crossroads to vote. And every single year, I would go in and talk to the head of elections and basically create a big enough stink where they would finally agree to let us lease our own machine from them. We paid money. So we got hosed in order to have our elections. And because I was adamant, I will not have our residents vote for their own mayor and their own city council in another city. That's absolutely unacceptable. And every year I would fight that battle. And they would say, tough. You know, we're going to put them where the people are, and you don't deserve to have a voting machine. You don't have enough people. So every year I fought that battle. The only way out was to be your separate precinct. And a couple of, Linda's been trying. No, you can't. Why not? You just can't. Why can't we be a precinct? You're not allowed. So that's the battle Linda's been fighting for a couple of years, because every single year I've got to go in there and be a obnoxious, tough person to get them to give us a voting machine, because they don't want to give us one. So I can't tell you how happy I am, A, that I don't have to do this anymore, and B, that they finally acknowledge we exist. So I think it's awesome. I can't tell you how happy I am. It's just great. It's really good news for us. It really is. It's really.
So the only time you'll be able to vote.
We're going to kind of get the group discount now. We're not going to get the, you're
There's
standing
something
alone.
going on here at the same time, otherwise all the voting will be still in Crossroads or Oak Point or wherever, correct?
There is the potential, because they consolidate precincts, if the city is not having an election, and because our precinct contains citizens in Lakewood Village and in the ETJ, if the citizens here aren't having a city election, they may or may not consolidate. So you might still vote here. If you're living in Sunrise Bay, you might still vote here. You just wouldn't have any, well, you wouldn't, your address would pull up and you wouldn't see anything city related
Right.
on your ballot anyway.
I mean, everybody knows in Lakewood Village, it's always been, because we were special, we could never vote. You always had to go to Little Elm or whatever to vote for school board. You know, we weren't allowed, you couldn't do it here because we were special. We had to pay for the machine ourselves, and we could only have the Lakewood Village election here. You couldn't vote, so we always had to vote twice. I used to always go to Little Elm, vote at their city hall, the school board, turn around, come back here, and vote here.
You'll always vote absentee though.
You could vote, yeah. So for us, the nice thing now is that we all get it right here. So it's great. I'm real happy about that.
In the scenario, if the candidates go unopposed, if we don't cancel the election, can we still just keep, I mean, if canceling the election, do we
If
have
we
to
can't,
cancel?
We still have
well,
to pay for
yeah, we
voting
cancel the
machines.
election because then we save the expense. If we
That's what it
cancel
is.
our election and they decide to have the precinct voting here, then it wouldn't cost us anything, we're just hosting the site.
That's the
If-
catch, to
if
cancel
we-
it if it saves the town some money to cancel.
Yes.
If we don't cancel though, if we have opposed candidates or we have a proposition on the ballot, we are going to be sharing our ballot with the school board or anything else that
Everybody
might be on
pays.
the ballot. So the expense that we used to write a check for, it costs $3,000 to run an election. Now, we're getting to split that with the school districts. It's gonna cost us half.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I
tremendous for us.
I forgot about that other one. There's still an incentive to cancel it if we're not opposed, to save the
Sure,
fee.
then it costs us nothing. We
And
just offer our building if they wanna use it.
Yep. It's great.
It's a good deal on
All right, any other council or staff comments? Anything
that.
here? Okay. Linda, anything else?
I thought there was something else, but I can't remember. what it
Does
was.
Summer have anything to say? Where's Summer?
Summer is not here.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion adjourned. I have a motion.
Second.
Ray's got the second. All-
I do remember. I'm sorry.
Oh, we're this
Is-
close.
I got a phone call this morning. Somebody was calling, one person, but it could be more, calling citizens and saying that they are someone from the city and coming out to make inspections of your house. And they are a building inspector with the city. Nobody from the city calls you and is coming to your house. And luckily, the person that he called to set that up was a deputy sheriff, so he knew to call me right
I
away.
read about this though, that it's going on.
But I think they're selling roofing. I think they're, that's
He mentioned roofing, yeah, I'm not sure what the scam is exactly,
But I
but
read
just
something.
heads up,
That's
if you
actually-
get a phone call, it's not us,
Well, see, the thing about roofing is roofing doesn't require a permit.
It doesn't.
No,
no,
no, because it's not a structural thing.
not unless you're redecking.
Re-roofing.
Yeah.
Re-roofing.
Re-roof, yeah, putting up shingles and all that stuff doesn't require a permit, so nobody, you wouldn't go to the city to get a permit for it, so it's a kind of, if you're gonna do a scam, it's a scammable
It's
thing,
a good one.
because,
I got a question before you close. Y'all met and y'all discussed in there about Vizios. You said y'all agreed upon, your attorney negotiating a settlement with him, is that what?
yeah, we've got to settle, we're gonna work out a settlement.
That's what I'm saying, y'all, he's gonna agree, so is he gonna do the, negotiating for Lakewood?
I am, no, I am,
You will.
no, they authorized me to do it.
Okay, so you were authorized
By him, that's what we just did.
okay,
That was
that's,
the
I misunderstood.
No, so what happened is our attorney advised us on how to run the meeting and stay with
This
it.
meeting?
Yes,
Or that?
right.
Both.
And so, as a council, what we did is we authorized the mayor to negotiate the settlement.
But now I have their authority to do it, so it's right.
Right, so
So that, y'all can go ahead and get that done?
Yes.
the judge has made his, what, decree? Is that right?
Ruling.
An order, whatever.
The judge has made his ruling, and now we gotta follow that ruling. And now in that is where we've authorized the mayor to negotiate that.
All right, so I have a motion and a second.
I do have one other, so on the roofing,
So close.
well, maybe remind me,
okay.
on the roofing scam, we had somebody, my wife and I had somebody come to our door, just going door to door sales. You have to have a permit to go door to door, so if somebody's at your door, asked to see, what is it, you have to issue?
Just for
I give them,
anything.
it's a peddler itinerant vendor permit. I will give them an ID, it will have a city logo on it, it will have my name on it, or my signature, it's got their company name and their personal name. And they have to come
Purchase
here.
that permit, or is
You
it
have to
something?
purchase the permit, you have to provide ID, so we know exactly who you are. We can come back to your company, there has to be a bond.
So just a reminder, if somebody comes to your door, they're, usually they're, door to door salesmen, they're pretty tough and have heard it all, don't run off very easy, but ask to see a permit and then they'll usually run off.
If somebody does that, just come to your door and they don't have a permit, should we let the county know at all?
Yes,
Oh,
please,
please.
because I
Okay.
regularly will get in my car and go track them down and
That's
run
what
them
she
out of
does.
town.
I
Okay.
They
don't,
either come up here and get a permit or they have to leave town. I do that all the time.
You can call the police and they can be cited for not having a permit, correct?
No.
No.
It's a
There's
town
no
ordinance.
repercussion?
No, we don't
It's a
have, we
town
don't have police here.
I know, but, so we're,
They would have to go through our municipal court. We'd have to do it all. It wouldn't, their sheriff isn't gonna come out and do any of that.
It's me.
so nothing's gonna happen.
No, that's right.
That's,
I'll
We're gonna run
yell
out of town.
I
well,
will
you
yell
can
at
ask
you.
the
We're gonna kick 'em out of
That's what will happen. I'll yell at you.
Okay, all right, on that then,
town.
I've got a motion and a second, and I'm leaving in about 30 seconds.
I'll
So
re-motion.
I have a motion from Clint to adjourn,
Second.
a second from Ray, all those in favor. Anybody opposed? We are done, 8:27. All right, very good. Thank you all for coming, appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out.
I know.
Out of the way, right?
Did you get your scratch fixed?
No, haven't gotten to it.
Bye.
Bye, Sandra. Have a good
It's
week.
not too
Thank
cold.
you.
See you later. Good to see you.
I seen you somewhere.
Hands on the gun, so I'll be able to back up.
Keep.
Hey,
The legs of it were chilly.
That's got 300 shoots, 3 yards.
Yeah.